Hello, everybody. I keep getting asked what I thought about The Last of Us Part 2. In the game, there are what I think are two different games. The first half is more of a traditional Last of Us game where, this will have spoilers in it as a warning. So if you don't want any spoilers, please pause the video and watch something else. But the first half of the game, you play as Ellie, which is a character you're familiar with, and then the second half of the game, you play as Abby, the antagonist of the first half of the game. Um, I really liked the first part. I think the best part of the game for me was the open world section with Dina, where you're riding the horse, you're going around to the marking things off on your map. I thought that was brilliant and wonderful. I was enjoying it. The gameplay part, like going into buildings, exploring, finding little stories in there about like the bank heist and stuff. I thought that was really cool. Um, got to get to know Dina a little bit. I didn't find her very interesting. She kind of just was a kind of a flat character for me. Didn't really have a lot of depth to her. I didn't care for her too much. I love Ellie, of course, but Ellie seemed very different in this one. She seemed very angry and very aggressive, and there's a good reason why. I think she saw the script for this game and saw how Joel was handled in the very beginning. I I'm in the camp that I felt that Joel deserved a better ending. Um, he did, I and completely expected him to die. That was something I for sure thought some Firefly would come up and finally get him. But the way it went down, it felt very rushed, and it made Abby seem like an incredible monster to kill this man who just saved your life in a snowstorm and offered to help your people by giving you supplies and stuff. And then she tortures him with a baseball club for potentially hours. Maybe we don't know how long Ellie was out, so it could be like a whole day of just torturing the man. And then Ellie comes in and then she finishes him off right in front of her and lets her watch. Just not a great start for me. Like, instantly hate Abby. And the writing for how they got there, because, it felt so weird that he would just trust a group of strangers that happen to be there. Like, it seems very out of character for him. Because only 4 years later. It's like, it's a time, but not like decades later where he would have gotten real soft. Like, I'm surprised he lost his edge that quickly. So I felt that Joel did not get a proper ending that he deserved as a character. I thought he was going to die and definitely deserved to get retribution for what he did. But yeah, so we're off to a really bad start with Abby. I despise the way she was so cruel and merciless to this man. Okay, then at the end of the first half, we are at the pinnacle of the tension. We cut to a flashback, and we get to play as Abby for a whopping 8 hours or more. And I know what the intention was. The intention was, hey, look, this is her point of view. Her father was killed, yes, by Joel, okay. And she's a human. She has friends. She has her own motivations. Her world's different. Like, here, you should empathize with her because, look, she's nice to these two strangers she just met. And look how loyal she is to her old friends she's known for years, that she's willing to murder all of them to save two people she just met yesterday. Which is, for me, that it's like real. It was a really hard pill for me to swallow, like, because I logically thinking about, not emotionally, logically thinking about like what's happening here. And then we finally get to the end where, Abby and Ellie clash, for the final battle. At, she has they both have murdered hundreds and hundreds of people, and none of that seems to matter. All that matters is that Ellie forgives her at the end, and we're supposed to feel like, oh my god, I feel so emotionally invested, but both characters, and I'm so glad they both get to live. But for me, it just didn't work because I couldn't get past my hatred of Abby because she was just so cruel and torturous to Joel earlier. And it was because I cared about Joel. I've known him for the entirety of the previous game, and I didn't really have a real emotional connection to her after playing her section for only about 8 hours or so to really justify killing off Joel in the way that she did. Just so, like, I could understand if she had gone back and, like, just shot Joel the way he shot her father. Okay, I can understand that. I get it. He killed your father. I understand. But no, she tortured him for hours and hours and then bashed his face. Like, didn't even make it quick. Like, that is some sick stuff. And I don't think she deserved to live after that. And Ellie, after getting her fingers bitten off, just goes like, yeah, it's okay. I know I killed hundreds of people to get to you, but I'm gonna let you go. They all died for nothing. And it did not feel satisfying to me. I think that the game would work if you are the type of person that can empathize and sympathize and connect and understand Abby's point of view. I think if you can do that and care about Abby, then the ending works. But if you are a person that doesn't care about Abby, even after playing her and listening to her story, and you just don't like her, then the game just doesn't work for you. That's why this game is so divisive, is because you're either one of those camps. You can understand and forgive her, or just at least understand why she's doing what she's doing and connect with her as a character, or you don't. And that's why people are so divided amongst each other about this game, is because half can forgive and empathize with Abby and half cannot. And those ones that cannot, the game does not work for those people. And it feels like we were cheated. It's not the right word, but it's that same feeling inside that it didn't feel good, it didn't feel satisfying. I think if they wanted to appeal to everybody, and this is their game, they don't have to do this. If they wanted to appeal to both people playing, they could have given a choice at the end where you decide for yourself as a human, do you forgive Abby or do you not? And then you could choose yourself, does Ellie kill her or not? And then I think both camps would have been satisfied. But the way it was only one option is available, half the people are going to like it, half the people are not. And that's just how it's going to be. But overall, I think the game was good. From a gameplay perspective, I liked the stealth mechanics and the shooting, and the weapons were improved. Not a lot of new stuff compared to the first game, but I think it was all done just better this time. Graphically, whoa, Naughty Dog was pulling out their A game for the graphics. Like, the environments and the graphic design, level design was fantastic, phenomenal. I loved some levels were just amazing. Even on Abby's side, amazing levels that were just like so cool to look at. They were just a technical marvel. And then the soundtrack is very good as well. I think if I have to give it a number, I hate giving it a number, but probably like between a 5 and a 7 for me in terms of a game. It would have been higher if Joel had a more satisfying ending, and if the ending of the game was more satisfying for me as a person that did not like Abby and wanted to off her. I think that would be more satisfying to me. But overall, I think you're either going to be one of those two people. You're going to either empathize with Abby, or you're not going to empathize with Abby, and that will determine whether you like or dislike the game. I don't think people aren't wrong either way. It's an opinion. You can have whatever opinion you want about the game. You can like it or not like it. It doesn't make you wrong. I'm not going to try to change your mind. I'm just telling you how I feel about it. I'm DansGaming. If you like this little review video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. And leave a little comment down there. And don't fight. Be nice to each other. See you guys later.